Hello and welcome to the Football Parliament podcast, your one stop destination for all football debates, opinions, and discussions. This competition kicked off with 32 teams, and 189 days later, we're left with just four. Truly, the four elite teams of Europe's elite club competition, the UEFA Champions League: Chelsea, Manchester City from England, Real Madrid from Spain, and Paris Saint Germain from France. Thus, we decided that for today's podcast, we're going to be making a combined 11 of all these four teams that are still remaining and appearing in the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. Today, I'm joined by Vedant and Jimit. How are you doing, guys?
We're fine, pretty much excited and happy the way Real Madrid played in the last 10 days. I'm a Real Madrid fan, by the way, for our watchers, let me tell you all. And today we have a match against Getafe with a very limited squad and most of them being Castilla players, but let's see how we perform.
Hi guys, even I'm excited for the match between Manchester City and PSG. Hoping to
All right.
see a good battle between the teams.
Some basic rules, some basic ideas that we would give before making this 11, that we're going to be focusing on the players from this season. So, as I said, we're going to be giving high emphasis on not the overall careers, but rather the forms this season, particularly in the UEFA Champions League, as that is a competition that we are focusing on. Thus, to give you all an example, a player like Sergio Aguero may miss out on this 11 because even though you could argue that he's a Premier League legend, he's been one of the best strikers of the last decade. This season, his form has been hampered by injuries and other concerns, and that's why he won't be able to find his place in the team. So, without any further ado, I think we should get into making this team.
Basically, what we mean to say is that we won't select players on paper. Like, for example, Sergio Ramos, he's been injured for most of the season, so he might miss this team.
Right. So, what
Yeah,
formation do
yeah,
you
he
guys
might be.
think that we should be using for this 11?
I think we should go with 4-3-3.
Yeah, I totally agree. 4-3-3. It's one of the most
Actually,
basic
to be honest,
formations.
this season, I don't think any fullback has really convinced me, be it
But
any.
I think that would be kind of unfair to not include any fullbacks. 4-3-3 is the most basic footballing formation. We've got four
Okay, so
defenders,
go with a
three
4-3-3.
midfielders, three attackers. I think we should go for a 4-3-3 formation.
Okay.
Right. Before starting this 11, I would like all our viewers to subscribe to our channel. We've recently started, or you can say resumed, uploading these videos. So support this page, give us encouragement, press the subscribe button. Let's get started with the
Like,
goalkeeper.
share, and comment. Please tell us
Right,
where we can improve. We would
right.
happily like to do so.
Goalkeeper, Vedant. Who do you think should be the goalkeeper?
See, all the four goalkeepers in those teams, they all deserve a spot because they've been world class. Thibaut Courtois, Keylor Navas, Edward Mendy, and Ederson. They've all been world class, but we have to settle for a single spot. And in my opinion, Keylor Navas has been the savior for PSG in the Champions League this season.
Yeah,
So I think Keylor Navas deserves the spot.
Keylor Navas. He's the reason PSG are in the semis.
And there's this mad statistic about him that he's never been like, how do I say this? He's always been in a Champions League final. Yeah, he's always been in a Champions League final with Real Madrid and with PSG.
Right, right.
He's always been in one.
Yeah, this is quite a good fact about him that he has never lost a two-legged Champions League fixture. The only time he has actually lost was in the finals. Doesn't count, but I too agree with Keylor Navas's inclusion because
Yeah.
of particularly because of his performances in the first leg and the second one as well. So we should go for Keylor Navas as the goalkeeper for this 11. Just a minute. Right, that's keeper there. Right back, the next position in the team. Again, very competitive because clubs nowadays have two right backs. So is the case with Chelsea. We've got Reece James, Aspilicueta. What are the options for Real Madrid, Vedant?
The options for Real Madrid are Lucas Vasquez, Danny Carvajal, Alvaro Odriozola, but none of them have been available for us this season. Danny Carvajal has been injured way too many times. Lucas Vasquez is out for the season now, given his injury against Liverpool. So I don't think he'll start either. sorry, against his injury against Barcelona. So I don't think he makes this lineup either. And Alvaro Odriozola isn't world class at all. So no one from Real Madrid can make this right back option, fill this right back
As
option.
I said, there are two options from Chelsea, which is Aspilicueta and Reece James. So Aspilicueta hasn't been too good at right back, to be very honest. He's been better as a centre back. Reece James has been good, but I think we should consider the options from Manchester City. Jim, could you tell us the two options from the
I
club from
think
Manchester
according
City?
to me, Walker should make this lineup. He's been consistent. His defending is on point. His pace is unmatched. And in the CT PSG match, he's going to give Mbappe a tough fight. He's very underrated.
Well, to be honest, Kyle Walker is a good shout. However, I think the more impressive fullback has been Joao
Joao
Cancelo.
Cancelo
I
this
am aware
season.
that he's
Otherwise,
played
I'm
as
a
left
defensive
back.
manner.
Yeah, he's played. Joao Cancelo has played as left back, but his preferred position is the right back position. And I think he's massively
But
improved this season. I think we should put.
actually, Pep Guardiola doesn't play him as a fullback. He plays as a midfielder, and Pep Guardiola plays a three-man defense. If you have noticed,
That's true.
Three-man
that's
defense.
his
But
tactics.
I don't think so.
I think if
It
you
was a
look at
three-man
the
defense.
starting 11 that Guardiola uses, he starts as a fullback and then pushes on to the midfield. So I think
Yeah,
for this 11, we will
I think
count
Joao
him
Cancelo
as
is the
a
best option
fullback
for this.
rather than a midfielder.
Joao Cancelo, any day, right back.
Do
well,
we
I'll
all
settle
agree
for
on Joao
Cancelo.
Cancelo? Do we all agree on Joao Cancelo then?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right. Let me put the Portuguese fullback who's been very consistent and
It's
versatile. He's played on both the sides of we've got left
Messi
and
is
right.
too underrated. Even at his time at Juventus, nobody really appreciated him, and he was world class there too,
Right.
in my opinion. Joao
True. Now
Cancelo.
let's move on to the centre backs. Okay, we've got two centre back spots, but we've got many options. We've got four clubs, and I think each club has got like three centre backs for a minimum. So, Vedant, could you first list down the options from Real Madrid?
For Real Madrid, we would say Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane. But the thing is that Sergio Ramos has either got COVID or he's been injured a lot this season. Given his age, yes, that always happens. So I don't think Sergio Ramos will make this lineup. Rafael Varane is debatable because if Sergio Ramos hasn't been there, Rafael Varane has stood up all season long, be it La Liga, be it in Super Cup or Copa del Rey, or be it the Champions League. Rafael Varane
That's true.
has been the leader this season, especially after the Man City game. He's realized his mistakes and he's worked on them, and he's played really well without Ramos this season because Ramos has barely been there. Or you could
Looking at
go
the
for
other teams, I
Nacho
would speak about
Hernandez
Chelsea
from
first.
Real Madrid. He's been great
So,
too. Nobody expected him to start at all, but he's been way too good, even aggressively.
right, but let's look at the options from the other teams. Chelsea, we've got mainly the first candidate that I put forward is Thiago Silva. Other centre backs such as Rudiger, Christensen, and Zuma have been good, but I don't think they've been that good that we would put them in this 11, particularly because of the fact that they were quite poor before Tuchel came in, and we're taking the entire season in account. However, Thiago Silva is a player that has been consistent throughout. Despite his age, he's got a lot of experience. He's got the leadership qualities. He's been extremely consistent, very good with the ball at his feet distribution. His passing accuracy is always up there with the 94s and the 96. So I personally think that Thiago Silva should get one spot of the two centre backs.
I think Diaz and Silva are the ideal duo for this. Diaz deserves
Diaz,
to be there.
that's quite a good shout, Ruben Diaz.
He's
As far
90
as
years
Because
old and he has pocketed Erling Haaland. He didn't
Palacios,
as
make
far
any
as
single mistake until Mohamed Salah came and just fell on the ground. That was his first mistake. Salah came and dove in front of him. Simple. Before that, he was unstoppable. And to pocket Erling Haaland is something which many defenders have failed to do so.
yeah, Ruben Dias truly deserves a spot because
right, I would agree with Ruben Diaz as well. So
Yeah.
since the three of us have agreed with Ruben Diaz, we will put him there. Which is the second centre back? I've put forward the name of Thiago
it's
Silva.
clearly debatable between Varane and Thiago Silva, to be honest.
I think
Which one?
Silva has been better this season. He has been a bargain to get a defender like him for free, and he has helped Chelsea a lot.
Right. since the two of us agree, I think that's the majority
Fine.
against Milan.
Yeah, Silva makes it.
Mm.
We will go for Thiago Silva.
Flash your videos off.
Right. We will go for Thiago Silva. Just a minute. So many Silvas in football. Can't even find him here.
Thiago Silva.
Until that, let's start the discussion with the left back. Vedant, could you lead the discussion?
See, for Real Madrid, we have one world class left back. His name is Folon Mendy. He's French and he hasn't been dribbled past either last season or this season. This season in the Champions League, he hasn't been dribbled past. And last season, overall, whenever he started, no one has been able to dribble past him. And there's this also statistic which supports him stating that whenever he started this season, Real Madrid have won that match or drew that match. We haven't lost with him this season.
To be honest, if I look at all the options, I don't really see a good quality left back other than either Forlan Mendy or Ben Chilwell. I think
Yeah,
at
I agree
Chelsea,
with him.
Marcus Alonso, if you see him, he's good as a left wing back, but at left back, he's quite poor. And Paris Saint Germain, I don't think they've got a good quality left back either.
They have
So,
Backor. He's not that great.
yeah, that's what I meant. Good quality left back that can fit in this 11. So I think it does come down to talking about Manchester City, just to mention that they've got Benjamin Mendy and Alexander Zinchenko, who aren't that good either. So it's
No,
quite a decision between Forlan Mendy and Ben Chilwell. Vedant, your pick is Forlan Mendy, right?
Yeah.
I'll go for Chilwell any day. His offensive side is way, way better than Mendy.
To be honest, I would like to
I
keep
would
my
say that
bias
last
aside over
season,
here.
but this season, Folon Mendy has improved too as a left back offensive man in an offensive manner.
To be honest, I will keep my bias aside over here, and I too will go for Forlan Mendy. I think that he has been, and he has definitely improved his offensive football this season. And according to me, the primary duty of a fullback should be defending, and thus I'll go for Forlan Mendy as well. Quite
Okay,
opposite to
fine.
my Chelsea bias.
Hmm.
Great of you. Plus, the thing is that a fullback's main job is to take up the holding wide position and stay in the defense at all times until a set piece comes or anything. And Folon Mendy has done that. So I think, yeah, Folon Mendy is a perfect fit here.
Yeah,
Quite a
fine.
good back four. Forlan Mendy, Thiago Silva, Ruben Diaz, Joao Cancelo. Really a solid back four.
Yeah.
Now the midfield three. Firstly, the defensive mid position, we'll go for a natural defensive midfielder. So we would not go for just a box to box or a central midfielder over here, because I think that a team should have at least one defensive midfielder. Speaking of my club, Chelsea, there have been Jorginho or Kante. Both of them have been good. But what about the other options? I think for Paris Saint Germain, there is Danilo, there is Marco Verratti.
And Mahmoud Diallo,
Parad,
I think.
yeah. What about Manchester City? They've got Rodri, who's been extremely impressive. Fernandinho, he's currently second choice to Rodri, but he's been good too. So I think if you look at these options, it would be
To be
probably
honest, the
between.
CDM role is quite debatable.
It is. What about Real Madrid?
Well, Real Madrid have Casemiro, who's a world-class central defensive midfielder, and last season I think he deserved the spot in the team of the year, but I don't know. I think Casemiro should fit there, in my opinion.
Jimmy,
No.
for who does
According
your
to
vote go
me,
for?
Conte has been better this season. His work rate is amazing. Even during the 93rd minute, he's the only guy who's running towards the ball. His defensive stats are amazing.
That's a very good point. Actually, his work rate is quite amazing.
Yeah, his work rate is
So
quite amazing, no doubt about that. But Tuchel, when he just started as a Chelsea manager, he didn't use N'Golo Kante much, and he does it. He does use him right now. Also, to say that Manchester City have Rodri Hernandez too, and he's been one of the key reasons why they're in the Champions League semi-finals this season.
that's quite a good point. I think we'll give it to Casemiro over here. I think the fact
Plus,
that
let me
N'Golo
just
Kante has
take
been
out a statistic again. Casemiro has had an average rating of 7.5 per game this season. Average rating of 7.5. Yeah.
right. I think the fact that N'Golo Kante has been injured for a long part of the season, and at times Jorginho and Kovacic have been preferred over him, does give Casemiro, Inord over N'Golo
This
Kante.
Casemiro has
Yeah.
started all season long. He's got 5,000 or 4,500 minutes this season, which is a mad statistic.
Okay, I've got a proposal over here in between the 11. As I see it, I think there are way too many quality midfielders across both the teams. This is just the defensive mid position. So, do you all want to have an extra midfielder instead of an attacker? I think that's quite a good option.
I think that all the four teams have world class attackers too, so I don't think
Yeah, so
I
we'll have the same
attacker.
problem up ahead then. We'll have to sacrifice one attacker then.
in my opinion, see if you look at Manchester City, they've got players like Kevin De Bruyne who would probably fit in the midfield more than the front three. I personally think that we should switch to a midfield four and a forward two.
De Bruyne has been injured this season 3 times. He's world class
I
definitely
mean,
when he starts, but he's been injured 3 times. Okay, fine. We'll go for a 4-4-2.
right, I'll just switch the formation. Until then, let's debate on the other center midfielder. We've got Casemiro already. I'll just see how to change the formation.
We'll go for a 4-4-2 diamond, right?
4-4-2 diamond. Just a
Yeah.
minute. Got four. All right, next position until I change the formation.
The next position, if you're going for a 4-4-2 diamond, should be another. We should talk about a cam or a left central midfield or right
No, yeah,
central midfield
there should
position.
be two center mids on either side of the defensive mids,
Yep,
which would
this is the
function as
position.
particularly number eights. So, who do you guys think should be the two?
Talking about number eights, Real Madrid has Toni Kroos as at there, and
Tony
he's
Cruz deserves to be here.
fantastic this season.
As a Barcelona fan, his masterclass against Barca and also against Liverpool, he's underrated. He deserves to be here.
Toni Kroos, in my opinion, will end up being one of the best midfielders ever to grace the game.
That's a debate, but yeah,
No, I'm saying
I
when he
guess
retires. Right now, he's
Kevin
not.
De
I
Bruyne at the end of his career is going to at least be as good as him.
well, Tony Cruz is something that the three of us do agree on. He's been quite good, especially the assist versus Liverpool. You could see it 1,000 times, and I think that Tony Cruz does
This
deserve
season, as a
the spot
midfielder,
as
Toni Kroos has had, I guess, 12 assists. That's mad for a 31-year-old.
quite amazing.
His
The
passing is
other,
amazing. His vision.
right. How about
Even
the
his
other center
shooting.
midfielder?
One thing, if you notice about Toni Kroos, is that he doesn't shoot the ball. It looks like as if he's passing the ball into the net.
How about the other midfielder?
Well, Chelsea, I think Chelsea also has some people in this position, right?
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount is there. Then PSG, I think PSG don't have.
PSG, I mean, they've got
They rely
Paredes
on
and
their
they've got
attack.
Verratti. They've not got that quality midfielders.
Verratti or
Same with
Paredes,
Manchester
but
City.
they haven't been
Manchester
that
City
great.
have got,
I don't think.
I think Manchester City have got a good shout in Ilkay Gundogan, but I think most
Yeah,
of his goals and stuff have been in the Premier League. We are obviously focusing on
he
the UEFA
hasn't been able
Champions
to
League.
reciprocate his goal scoring form in the UCL.
That's true. And I think Gundogan is being a bit overrated because of his goal scoring. Because, see, they are midfielders at the end of the day. That's not their job. Okay, if you do score goals, that's definitely a plus. But just judging midfielders by their goal scoring is not something that makes a lot of sense to me. In my opinion, this position should be given to
Mason
Mason
Mount.
Mount without
Yeah,
any
I
doubt.
agree.
It's actually debatable because Real Madrid have Federico Valverde and Luka Modric. And
Come
Luka
on,
Modric
Mason
has
Mount
been
has
world
been
class this
Chelsea's
season.
player of the season all season. He's carried the entire team. I
That's
don't
Yeah,
Chelsea's
see.
he's
player all
carried.
season, right? Luka Modric has won La Liga Player of the Month 3 times this season already. And
I
if you
mean, we are
look at his
firstly
average rating,
focusing on the Champions League. If you see
We
against
cannot
Porto, it was
compare La Liga and Premier
okay, so
League.
if
Even
you're
as a
even
Barcelona
focusing
fan, I
on
have to agree that
you
the
can look at
Prem
his
is better.
performance against Atlanta away. You can look at his
come
performance
on. If you
against Liverpool.
just another point I would like to put. Look at this team. Tony Kroos is in his 30s. So is Casemiro. You've got Thiago Silva who's 36. Keylor Navas who's in his 30s as well. I think this team does need some fresh young blood, and I think Mason Mount is like 21, 22, and I think that the fact that do not forget the goal that he scored against Porto, which was primary reason that Chelsea are in the
That was his
semi-finals, and
first goal in UCL, by the way. Okay,
which
fine.
changes the fact.
We go for Mason Mount. Let my Madrid bias go.
Mhm.
Right, we'll go with
How
Mason
sweet
Mount.
Guys,
of
just a
you.
second. I'm just pausing the recording.
So for the attacking mid position, a very competitive position. Now let's look at all the four teams. Firstly, I would think that we would disregard Chelsea over here because their attacking mid has been played in a deeper role here, Mason Mount. But the other
Yeah.
three teams,
I have a
Manchester
question
City,
with Mason Mount. The thing is, he can play a cam too, so why not play him at cam and fit Luka
because
Modric,
I think there are better cams over there. Let's have a
De
discussion of
Bruyne?
the cams. If
Okay,
you feel that the cam isn't up to the mark, then we will play Mason Mount up there. So Real Madrid, do you all have any quality cams?
not quality cams because we go for a 4-4-1-2-3, and that doesn't mean we use a cam. We use Cruz and Modric at central midfielders and Casemiro as CDM, so we don't play cams.
My
We have Isco,
proposal
but
over
he
here,
barely played. So
my
we,
proposal over here would be to play Neymar Jr. as cam.
yeah, even I think Neymar Jr. deserves that spot. He's
Yeah.
the creator for
He's
PSG.
very underrated as a playmaker. Just because he
That's
plays in League
that's
One,
quite
he's
quite
very
a good
underrated.
point. His playmaking is quite underrated. I think Kevin De Bruyne obviously an amazing player, but this particular season he's not lived up to the standards that he himself has set. But Neymar, whenever he's played, there isn't he's always the best player on the pitch according to me. And
Because if
Yeah,
you
he
also
that's
provides
good
notice,
for me.
assists,
Neymar is a
can
bully.
dribble
He
almost
always stands
everyone.
up for his team.
Right. So the card does say left mid, but we can obviously
No, that
make
can
out that
change to cam. That does change
yeah,
to
that
cam. But anyways, we know he's
definitely.
a cam too.
Now the only question: are you satisfied with Neymar being in the team with Mason Mount as the sentiment over Modric?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Any day I would choose Neymar as a playmaker over Mason Mount as a playmaker.
True. Now the two spots left are for the two strikers. Let me name the three strikers that Chelsea have right now are Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, who've been decent or below par. But the one good contender over here is Olivier Giroud, who's got 6 UCL goals. However, we will look at the options from the other teams.
Well,
Vedant,
I
who's
think
your
Real
Mbappe
Madrid have
and
very
Benzema are very ideal right now.
who?
Mbappe and Benzema. Mbappe deserves to
uh,
be here
the French
to
connection.
score a hat trick against Barcelona, to score against Bayern Munich.
Yeah, I think Mbappe is not much of a debate. Let's put Mbappe and
Yeah.
then we can have a discussion over the second player. Do you agree with Mbappe, Vedant?
Yep,
Mm.
Mbappe deserves to be there next season.
Right. What about the second striker?
I think Karim Benzema deserves that spot because he's the reason why Real Madrid are in the semis. He stepped up against Atalanta and against Liverpool.
But if you
He didn't
say
score
Karim
against
Benzema's
Liverpool,
got
but he created those chances. He found out that space for Vinicius to score. That was
I
important.
agree with him. Chelsea's attack has been disappointing this season. To spend so much money just to get a blind horse like Timo Werner, the only
right,
thing he
but
does is run. And
right,
that's true, even you would
there's no
agree.
need to bring Timo Werner in this discussion. I'm talking about Olivier Giroud, and he's actually got one goal more than Benzema despite playing a lot less minutes. He's actually averaging 42 goals, 42 minutes per goal. My mistake,
By the way,
which
Benzema
includes.
doesn't take penalties for Real Madrid. Otherwise, he would have had 7 goals this season in the UCL.
I mean, what kind of point is that? Uh, the point
Giroud,
over here is how
Giroud
many
has scored a
goals they
sitter
do have.
and a penalty. So I don't think
Well,
Giroud
the
deserves that
point
spot at all, to be honest.
because he's
At
got
this
one.
time, I don't think Thomas Tuchel is going to play Giroud at all.
Yeah.
He's
But
settled with
how
Timo and Ziyech.
how does
Benzema has
that
been the
change?
main man this season for Real Madrid.
Wait, but Chelsea, Giroud scored 4 goals against Sevilla and one
That was the
bicycle
group
kick
stage,
against
right?
Atletico Madrid.
Was that the
At the
group
moment,
stage?
he's got one goal more than Benzema, despite playing a lot less minutes. He's got 42 minutes per goal ratio. So how do
Benzema
you
is a
justify
center
that for a
forward.
striker?
Giroud is a natural number 9. Benzema is a center forward. Benzema himself claims that he's not a natural number 9. He's a center forward. He creates. And even if you look towards his time with Cristiano Ronaldo, he wasn't the main man. He was the supplier, and he's been here the main man. He can do both the jobs really very well. Let's keep that aside. Look at Karim Benzema. He's been the main reason why Madrid won La Liga last year, and they are in the UCL semis because of him. So I think
I mean,
Benzema
that
deserves
that
that spot.
the exact same
Actually,
thing can be
Zenit
said
Olivier
for
deserves that spot.
the exact same thing can be said for Olivier Giroud. He was the main reason that Chelsea
He
actually
scored in the
qualified.
group stage. He scored a poker in the group stage.
So
I think all of us know,
Chelsea
yeah,
were already
Giroud
going
isn't going
through.
to play.
And
Even
plus,
if
yeah,
Timo
Giroud
Werner
started the
doesn't play, Tammy
semi-final.
Abraham is the second choice.
no, but Giroud not playing does not change his previous performances this season, does it?
I think his only previous relevant performance was those 4 goals. And
He
obviously they were
scored.
good, not disregarding them.
He scored a
But
bicycle kick
still,
against Atletico
Hold
he's
Madrid.
on.
not going
You
to
Here's a
would
question
play.
for you. Do you think Thomas Tuchel will use Olivier Giroud against
No, he won't.
Real
He'll play
Madrid?
Tammy Abraham.
That's
Exactly
not the
my point.
question. The question
He's
is
going to use
their
Tammy
performances.
Abraham.
We're not
Giroud doesn't have
predicting
any
it.
pace.
We're going for past performances. And Giroud's got 6 goals. He said we've got a bicycle kick
Okay.
against Atletico
Okay.
Madrid. He's got a poker. He's got a last minute winner against
Let's
Brent.
look at
So
let's look at this in a practical manner. There's Mbappe, who's faster than a Formula One, and there's Giroud, who's literally a tortoise.
So
So
you
where
actually proved my
where is
point.
going to be
They will complement each other well as they do for the French national team. Does
there
Benzema
won't
play
be a
for the
link
French
up?
national team?
Mbappe is super fast and
Does
Giroud is
does
super slow. You just can't put
Mbappe
them.
and Giroud is actually the current forward line of the French national team. Is Benzema in there despite being French?
That's a Valbuena case. Come on, you just can't put the Valbuena case. And plus, there's no result out either. So I don't think you're making a wise argument.
Jimmy,
Jimmy, do you think
it's
Benzema
your
should be there or Giroud?
it's your
No,
vote
I'm
right
not
now.
going to choose Giroud at all. He's not going to play, I'm so sure. I mean,
All
Tammy
right,
Abraham will play over him.
Tammy
Team
Abraham's not
Benzema.
going to play
Thank you.
over Giroud. Tammy is actually the fourth choice striker right now.
And that actually shouldn't be the case. I think he's the
Only
best
Tammy
striker
will
Chelsea
prevail
have for this
because
moment.
all of us
Okay,
have seen Tammy Abraham
yeah.
playing over Giroud,
What are
even though
Chelsea's
Giroud is better.
strikers' positions? Werner,
I
Giroud,
we're going to
Abraham.
go for
Anyone
someone
else?
who's been involved in sex scandals. That's okay.
What has his private life got to do with this lineup? I don't think that's got anything to do
He's a
with this
professional
lineup.
footballer.
That's
How can you just
clear
include that
stupid.
as private life? Do you all gonna go for a 7-man bench as well?
Yeah, but just a second. Can you just go up for a minute?
Right.
Put Benzema as the left striker so that he can link up with Tony Cruz really well.
Wow. Okay. What a team. Keylor Navas, Benjamin Mendy, Thiago Silva, Ruben Diaz, Joao Cancelo, Casemiro, Tony Cruz, Mason Mount, Neymar Jr., Benzema, and Kylian Mbappe.
Keeping a Ballon d'Or
What
winner
a
in
team.
this team is still debatable, but fine. Okay, we go for Mount.
Yeah, I still think Casemiro shouldn't be there.
I am talking about Modric over Mount here.
I'm saying Rodri should be in the team
No,
instead of Casemiro.
Rodrigo Hernandez in the Premier League has been really great. I've seen his games, but not that convincing in the Champions League, to be honest.
I've
Okay, all right.
seen
Let's go.
Casemiro
Let's
play.
go
All
for
he
a
does is hit.
seven-man bench. Let's go for a seven-man bench. Who should be the backup goalkeeper?
No, no. Thibaut Courtois or Edward Mendy.
I
That's
think the fact that Mendy is leading the Golden Boot race, Golden Glove race in the Champions League. I mean, that's the winner of the Golden Glove is at the end of the day the best goalkeeper in the competition.
Wait, is that
I guess it should be Mendy too.
yeah, Mendy?
He
Thibaut
doesn't get
Courtois has been
the
world class, but
respect he
that's been
deserves.
in La Liga.
All right. Who should we
Let
go
someone
for? I
else.
think since we're going for a seven-man bench, two more defenders, one fullback, one centre back. Who
Two
should be
more
the
defenders.
best
Varane
fullback
and
who's
K.
not?
Varane.
Oh, all right. Let's go for Rafael Varane as a centre back. Another
Anyone else?
fullback.
No,
We need another
we're going
fullback.
for two defenders, right?
Yeah, that's why we've got one centre back and now another fullback.
Fullback. Okay.
Hmm.
Chilwell.
Yeah,
Right.
Chilwell deserves to be here.
Chilwell.
I could still
Now let's
debate
go
over
for
Silva and Varane, but fine. I'll keep my Madrid
let's
guy.
go for let's go for two midfielders as well.
Yeah, Modric. He's a Ballon d'Or winner, and he's been world class this season in Champions League too.
All right.
That
Luka
Ballon d'Or
Modric.
deserved. That was Ronaldo's Ballon d'Or. Even you know that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he's the winner. We can't do anything with this logic.
That was
Messi will
rigged,
deserve one
rigged.
of his Ballon
It's
d'Ors.
all it's all Papa Perez and his money.
Who should be the
Well, if
second
Ronaldo
midfield?
stayed at Madrid, He would be on a level we even don't know. Anyways, Modric.
Who should be the second midfielder along with Luka
I
Modric?
think Valverde is there.
Oh, seriously, Valverde.
Federico Valverde. He's played as a
No,
No,
right back,
Modric,
right
no,
midfield, and
Modric.
a right wing, and a
no,
central
no.
midfield.
Along with
De
Modric.
Jong is better than Valverde.
Not at all. No,
First
Agreed.
things
no,
first.
sir. No, sir.
And second
Who's,
thing,
okay, wait a
Modric
second.
deserves to be here.
Modric is there
We
anyways.
already put Modric. We need another
Wait a
one.
second.
Valverde doesn't come in this convo.
Can we just
I
look at
think it,
Can we just look at Man City and PSG? We are just making a Real Madrid Chelsea lineup. This is just looking like that.
but
We need
you've
to
not
focus
got
on that.
that good midfielders at PSG. You can argue for Marco Verratti. He's been decent, or I don't
Paredes,
know. Just
he's been really good.
PSG relies a lot on Neymar and
Their,
Mbappe.
their
I
attack.
guess
Di
everyone knows
Maria.
that. Di Maria is underrated, but he doesn't play much as a midfielder.
Yeah, I
that's a
think
good shout.
we'll
Let's go
settle
for
for De Bruyne.
Leonardo Paredes. Actually,
De Bruyne is missing this. I think De Bruyne deserves to be there.
let's include De Bruyne as the attacking mid, and then we can have another attacker.
Okay.
Yeah.
God, Paredes. We'll take center midfield card. We'll
He
get.
was medium.
He can play CDM and box to box. We've got already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. De Bruyne, and who should be the last forward?
I think we'll give Giroud to you because there are not much options left. City doesn't even play with a striker.
City
That's right.
has
City does.
Sterling, Ferran Torres, and Phil Foden. We didn't look at Phil Foden.
According to me, Phil Foden should have been in this convo.
Yeah, we didn't
I
even
mean,
mention
yeah,
him.
he deserved a mention in the convo, but realistically speaking, which is the player that you would dispossess here? Because Foden can play, he cannot play for Cruz or Mount. That's too deep for him. He can play either in the front three. Does Foden get in the front three? I don't think so.
I don't think so. No,
No.
he's a winger at most, not a striker though. So I don't think so.
So who should we go for as a striker?
The only option left is Giroud. No one else.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll include the location. So this
Guys, Icardi.
completes.
Icardi scored a hat trick too. I think.
I've
Icardi
included
is
him
a
now.
joke, man. He's a meme. The only thing I see about him is memes these days. How he had sex with someone else, his teammate's wife. It's only boring. He doesn't play much.
So this completes our 11 with a 7-man bench. If you look at the representation, I think Real Madrid are the most represented team as I can see from here. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 members in the starting 11. Chelsea have got 2 members. Manchester City have got 1, 2 members as well.
And
And
PSG.
Paris Saint-Germain have got 3 members. So it's Real Madrid who are the most represented team in the starting 11. Even overall, for some reason, I've picked Benjamin. I'll just Forlan Mendy over here, but I think it's quite a good-looking 11 and a 7-man bench. So
I agree with you.
yeah, leave your thoughts
Unstoppable
up.
team.
What changes would you make? This is my message to the
Do
audience.
you
What
think
changes
Luka
would you
Modric or
make
Kevin De
to
Bruyne
this
would have started over Mason
combined
Mount?
11? Leave
Let
your
us
What,
changes
what?
in the comments below.
What are you
I
saying,
think
Vedant?
yeah,
I'm saying, would Luka Modric, a Ballon d'Or winner, or Kevin De Bruyne, or someone else would start over Mason Mount or Neymar? Just give us your opinions. What do you think about this lineup? Let us know.
because firstly, there's no need to mention the Ballon d'Or if we are looking at the form this season. Has he won the Ballon d'Or this season?
No,
He's
but
never going to win it again. It was all
that.
paid.
Regardless, the
Paid.
team is done and made. And leave your thoughts down in the comments below. And that would be it for the video. Thank you, Vedant. Thank you, Jimit. It was quite a good video.
Yeah.
So for more top quality Chelsea content, football content, I'm sorry, keep listening to Football Parliament podcast. Thank you.
Also, this channel is
Thank you.
converting from True Talk Chelsea to the Football Parliament podcast.
Right.
Thank you for watching our videos.
Thank you, guys.